Stealth mode for startups. Exactly what is that? We're going to talk about it right now on Silicon Valley Success. So, Shahid, quick question for you. You have a startup right now, you're the CEO of it, and you are in stealth mode. So, exactly what does stealth mode mean? How do you go about trying to find either investors or partners or market your company when you're in stealth mode and testing out your product? How do you go about doing that?
Sure. Well, stealth mode essentially means that you're in the process of developing something, and you really don't want other people either to be aware of what you're working on, to take over the idea, and you therefore really want to try and focus on it without interference, let's say, and people say also trying to use your time and so on. So essentially you're free to carry on talking to and working with other partners, but perhaps your website isn't available live, that you maybe need a password to enter the website, that you're not advertising the work that you're doing in any way, that you're really doing it in quite a quiet manner. You can talk to banks, for example, because the banks don't mind, they're not going to reveal, if you like, what you're working on, so you can set up a bank account. You can work with various vendors on a one-on-one basis. You can sign a confidentiality agreement, non-disclosure, and so on. So you can get things done. And sometimes the benefit is also that you start to build momentum before being publicly known, so that when you reveal yourself, if you like, publicly, you already have some momentum and traction behind you, so that you can then build on that much more rapidly.
Interesting. So right now, how are you getting your meetings with potential partners in that, since you're in stealth mode and you don't have this marketing team out there making connections and trying to bring in leads?
We really, it's based upon approaching people more on a one-to-one basis, and then having confidential discussions with them. So it's not too difficult to do, but you are really depending on very close relationships, typically, in such an environment.
Okay, so one of our episodes on Silicon Valley Success is episode 19. We had Del Christensen on talking about the value of networks in Silicon Valley. So, Shahid, would you agree with that a network here in Silicon Valley is so valuable to get your idea going?
It is extremely valuable, and literally there are delegations coming from all over the world to Silicon Valley to see how Silicon Valley functions. And the key to Silicon Valley is the interaction between various parties, and it ranges from even universities to corporations, tech companies obviously as well, financial institutions, investors, investor networks, and how they all integrate, angel networks and so on.
A lot of people have said that, but just to keep this under 5 minutes, Shahid, what's the next steps for you and your stealth mode startup?
We're building slowly, so we want to make sure that everything is functioning correctly. So, we also run trial projects with some customers, and then the idea is really to start gaining the traction. So, in our case, to get several customers on board, to prove that everything works, to make sure it's successful, and then to go nationally and even internationally.
All right. So we look forward to seeing the progress over the next couple months. Shahid, can we get you back on another quick 5-minute interview after your launch, or maybe the day of your launch, and have some of the people at home possibly test or maybe even sign on to your product?
Happy to do so. Thank you very much.
Visit us at siliconvalleysuccesses.com. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, however you're watching this. Do what you are always asked to do. So yeah, thank you guys.